favorite 2K characters. We saw some of them in 2K21 last year. They'll make an appearance in future seasons, so keep your eyes open and get ready for what's coming down the line too.
Does seasons make you guys grind more? Because then that means that you have to...
It does. A lot of planning goes into it ahead of time, but it does sort of continue things into what we would normally consider the off season. So it's definitely something we've had to plan for, but I think it makes so much sense moving forward, so we're ready for it.
Yeah, definitely. I know 2K22 has only been out for a few weeks, but what have you seen from the 2K community in the reaction to the My Career Story in NBA 2K22?
I think a couple things. I think people really like doing things kind of on their time. If you want to explore the city, go off and do some of our side quests like, races or talking to all the different people that we've spread around the city. And some of it can just happen organically as you're going from one place to the other. The other thing is that people have really just enjoyed the story itself. You're making important decisions that impact your career, and there are different branches that are distinctly different, really, depending on which decisions you make.
Tell us more about quests, because you mentioned it, but can you talk more about specifically what quests are and how the idea for quests came about?
In the past, you would, for example, play a game, and then we'd play a couple of cutscenes for you, and it just kind of went along the way that we dictated it under the hood. And now with quests, as you finish games or as you accomplish something in your career, you get these objectives that tell you, what things are available, what you can do next, many of which have triggered based off of, how things happened to you previously. And then at that point, it's really up to you. Do I want to go talk to my coach right now in the practice facility? Do I have an interview with a reporter that I need to deal with that will, impact my personal brand? Or do I just want to go play games in the park? Maybe I'm, excited about all the people in my affiliation and I want to show that we're the best. All of those pieces kind of come together to this sort of cool puzzle that is going to be completely different for each user.
Now, if you were playing, I know it's hard to take yourself out of the game since you're the creator of that My Career Story, but if you were playing the game as a normal user, what do you think your perfect My Career Story would be?
That is a tough question. One of the things that I really like is we have a whole music arc. So off the court, you can decide to pursue things like music and fashion. And on the music side of things in particular, we brought the game in to do some content with us. And so you have an opportunity to work with the game. But at the beginning of that, he kind of puts you through the ringer, and he wants you to sort of earn his respect. And so it's up to you to decide whether you want to kind of go along with these things he's asking you to do or not. And if you do, you get some cool opportunities with him, and if you don't, you have the opportunity to go and record a diss track.
The game is a huge fan of NBA 2K.
He was super interested. He wrote 3 different songs for us that are part of the storyline, and so it seemed like sort of the perfect combination.
Never landed. You grab my hand and just fly.
And the other thing I really like, we worked with Kendrick Perkins, and so as your story is unfolding, he's essentially reacting to it, and he definitely does not have much faith in you at the start.
Let's get serious here, people. I'll be shocked if MP starts a game this year. This coach is starstruck. He's going to make...
And so a big part of this is proving him wrong, and so it's really fun to, as you're becoming more and more successful, having to sort of make him eat his words.
I like that you guys are taking real life things, because Kendrick Perkins doesn't have a lot of faith in some NBA players, and you do have to prove him wrong on the court in the NBA, and you have to do it in NBA 2K22. So we've been talking all about new gen, but what is a user's experience in My Career in current gen?
It's really a different experience in many ways. You do still get the entire experience of working your way through college into the NBA and trying to sort of make a name for yourself. And then, of course, the neighborhood has turned into a giant cruise ship called the Concha del Mar, and they have a bunch of completely unique things to that experience that, is very different from the city, but a lot of the same kind of things you're used to doing in the neighborhood in the past. We talked about quests in the city. The Concha del Mar has their own setup for quests that take you all over different places in the boat and have you do different things and earn different rewards. So fairly similar in concept, but very different things. So if you're playing one or the other, you're definitely going to have unique experiences.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us once again on 2K TV. It's been too long. We have to have you back on the show more often.
Whenever you need it, I'm here. Thanks for having me.
My Career in NBA 2K22 is a bunch of fun, but if you're looking to explore something else this year, there is no shortage of game modes to check out and dominate. In Play Now, you can play quick matches with your favorite current, historic, or all-time teams, or take your talents online and see how many wins